In the winter of 1997, a man named Mel Waters called into the late-night radio show Coast to Coast AM, hosted by Art Bell. His voice was rough, tinged with excitement and disbelief. "I swear, this hole just goes straight down. No bottom. I dropped a fishing line with a weight on it for over 80,000 feet, and it just kept going. Nothing on the Echo's sonar, no snag, no end." He told Art Bell about strange phenomena near the hole. Dead animals disappearing, electronics malfunctioning, and a feeling like the air itself was heavier. Listeners were spellbound. Many thought Mel was a crank, a hoaxer trying to get attention. Others felt a chill of genuine unease. Over the years, Mel's story grew. The hole, somewhere near Ellensburg, Washington, became a legend whispered in conspiracy circles, tied to government cover-ups, underground bases, and alien portals. But for Mel, the truth was more terrifying than anyone imagined. Agent Alex Mercer stepped off the unmarked black helicopter onto the muddy gravel near the perimeter fence. The cold Pacific Northwest air bit through his jacket, the pine-scented forest stretching endlessly beyond the high concrete walls. "Welcome to Site Echo," the pilot said before he drove off, leaving Alex alone with the hum of distant generators and the soft, eerie whistle of wind through the trees. Alex checked his ID card one more time, feeling the weight of the classified clearance it represented. Years of military service, covert missions, and forgotten war zones. It all led here, to a hole in the ground. The government didn't talk about it publicly, but for the last decade, an elite Black Ops division monitored the site 24/7. The hole had become a national secret. And it was about to change everything. Inside the heavily fortified command center, screens flickered with live feeds and sensor readouts. Dr. Naomi Chen, a physicist specializing in quantum anomalies, stood at the front of the room, addressing the small group. "The hole defies conventional science," she explained. "Its depth is impossible to measure with standard sonar. Gravitational fields fluctuate unpredictably. Electronic devices fail or behave erratically near the edge." Alex scanned the data, noting the strange spikes in electromagnetic radiation and unexplained energy pulses. Previous exploratory teams vanished without explanation. Naomi continued, her voice grim. "Our job is to observe, understand, and contain whatever lies beneath." Alex nodded, the weight of the mission sinking in. This wasn't just a geological curiosity. It was a potential existential threat. Weeks later, Alex donned his gear and prepared for the first manned descent into Mel's hole. The air was thick with tension as the winch lowered the observation capsule into the abyss. Cameras relayed blackness deeper than the ocean trenches, but then flickers of light, shadows moving. "Something's down there," Alex whispered. His pulse quickened. The capsule shuddered. Signals scrambled. Then a low, resonant pulse vibrated through the hull, an ancient, living rhythm. The hole was waking. Back at the base, Alex pored over archived recordings of Mel Waters' calls to Art Bell. Mel's voice crackled through the speakers. "There's a presence down there," he'd said. "Something not from this world. The government's been here, watching, hiding truth. But it's not just a hole. It's a gateway." Alex shivered. The calls were dismissed as folklore by many. But now, in the light of what he'd seen, they carried an ominous weight. Alex met Captain Marcus Reyes, head of security, who warned him to tread carefully. "There are forces beyond this project, Reyes said quietly. Political interests, private contractors, and unknown agencies who want to control or weaponize the whole. You'll find some don't want this truth to get out. Alex realized his mission was a powder keg of secrecy, danger, and impossible questions. As the days wore on, the whole's strange influence grew. Time seemed to warp. Team members reported nightmares, hallucinations, and unexplainable phenomena. Alex knew one thing for certain. Mel's hole was not a hole at all. It was a living, breathing abyss, and it was calling him deeper. The morning fog hung low as Agent Alex Mercer approached the secondary entrance to Site Echo's underground research complex. The base was carved into the rocky hillside, reinforced with steel and guarded by surveillance drones that hovered silently like mechanical birds. Inside, the hum of generators mingled with the occasional crackle over radio channels. Alex met Dr. Naomi Chen in the debrief room, where they reviewed the latest sensor data from the hole. She pointed at a series of graphs displaying irregular spikes in electromagnetic fields and gravitational distortions. The readings suggest a localized warping of space-time. It's like the hole is pulling on reality itself. Alex's eyes narrowed. You think it's expanding? Naomi hesitated. If so, it could destabilize the entire region, possibly more. We have to understand what's causing it, and fast. That evening, a security alert shattered the usual calm. Motion detectors near the perimeter had picked up movement, something large, moving just beyond the tree line. Captain Marcus Reyes and a tactical team scrambled to investigate. Alex joined them, heart pounding as they advanced under night vision. Shadows shifted in the darkness, but the source remained elusive. Suddenly, a guttural sound echoed from the woods, a low, unnatural growl unlike any animal native to the region. The team's flashlights caught a glimpse of something slithering away, a slick, sinewy form vanishing into the underbrush. Back at Site Echo, paranoia spread. Equipment glitches escalated, computer systems rebooted themselves, data corrupted without explanation. Even the facility's AI began issuing strange warnings, containment breach detected, followed by static and indecipherable code strings. Alex and Naomi theorized the whole might be releasing something, an entity or force disrupting the boundary between dimensions. In the following days, several researchers reported vivid hallucinations. Some claimed to hear whispers in dead languages. Others saw fleeting visions of alien landscapes. Dr. Chen suggested the whole might be affecting the human brain, inducing psychotropic effects through electromagnetic interference or something else entirely unknown. Meanwhile, Alex unearthed classified documents detailing prior expeditions decades earlier, missions that vanished without trace, buried deep within the archives. One report detailed a team's attempt to send a probe beyond a certain depth. The probe returned images of indescribable geometries and signs of organic matter fused with metal, but then fell silent. The government had covered it up. Determined to uncover the truth, Alex convinced the command staff to authorize a deeper descent. Alongside Naomi and a small team, he prepared for a manned exploration using a new experimental capsule designed to withstand the extreme conditions. As the capsule descended, the outside world disappeared. Darkness pressed in from all sides, broken only by the capsule's lights illuminating strange crystalline formations embedded in the rock walls. Time lost meaning. Instruments began to malfunction, their readings erratic and contradictory. Suddenly, the capsule's cameras picked up a faint glow ahead, an eerie phosphorescent shimmer that pulsed with rhythm. The walls seemed to breathe, contracting and expanding subtly, as if alive. Then came the voice. It was faint at first, just a vibration in the air. But soon it became a clear, chilling whisper in Alex's earpiece. You are not welcome here. Heart racing, Alex realized they were not alone in the abyss. Something was watching, communicating. Back on the surface, the tension escalated. The higher-ups debated the mission's continuation, some advocating for immediate shutdown and quarantine, others arguing for aggressive study and potential exploitation. Meanwhile, rumors of the hole's influence began to leak into conspiracy forums online, sparking renewed interest and fear. Old recordings of Mel Waters' calls resurfaced, dissected by enthusiasts who believed the government's silence was proof of a cover-up. Amidst the growing turmoil, Alex and his team reached a vast subterranean cavern. An impossible cathedral of glowing crystals and massive biomechanical structures that defied explanation. The abyss was not merely a hole in the earth. It was a gateway to an alien presence, ancient and incomprehensible. Faced with this revelation, Alex grappled with questions of survival, sanity, and the cost of knowledge. Was humanity prepared to confront the abyss? Or was curiosity a fatal flaw? The descent capsule shuddered as it drifted deeper into the alien cavern. The glowing biomechanical structures towered above, pulsating with strange life energy that seemed both mechanical and organic, as if grown rather than built. Alex and Naomi exchanged looks over the dim cockpit lights. Neither knew what they were seeing, but it defied everything humanity understood about biology and technology. The voice returned, this time clearer, more insistent. You should not be here. The warning echoed through the capsule's comms and seeped into their minds like a cold whisper. Alex tried to respond, but static swallowed his words. Instead, the systems began to glitch wildly. The external cameras flickered, showing visions of impossible landscapes, endless voids, twisted geometries, and shadowy figures lurking just beyond perception. Then came the first contact. A tendril of translucent matter slid across the capsule's hull. It was neither solid nor gaseous, but seemed alive, sensing, probing. The hull's sensors went haywire, detecting fluctuating energy readings far beyond any known scale. Naomi's voice trembled. It's interacting with us. Suddenly, Alex's helmet HUD flashed alien symbols. Images flooded his mind. Visions of star systems long dead, civilizations rising and falling, and a cosmic warning inscribed across millennia. The abyss wasn't just a hole, it was a prison, a containment zone for something ancient and malevolent. Back at Site Echo, the surface team scrambled to keep communications open. Power fluctuations surged. A containment breach alarm blared. Marcus Reyes barked orders as security teams prepared for a lockdown. But it was too late. The influence of the hole spread like a virus. Equipment failed. Personnel succumbed to hallucinations or violent breakdowns. The boundaries between reality and nightmare blurred. Alex and Naomi's capsule dropped deeper, the pressure crushing. The voice grew louder, now a chorus of whispers speaking in fractured tongues, begging for release, threatening oblivion. In the depths, Alex glimpsed the source. A vast organic mass, entwined with alien machinery, dormant yet awakening. It radiated power and hunger. We have to seal it, Alex gasped. But the abyss had other plans. As the capsule neared the heart of the structure, the hull responded, shifting gravity, distorting time. Alex's perception fractured. Moments stretched into eternity and collapsed into seconds. In a final desperate act, Alex initiated the emergency ascent. The capsule tore free, racing toward the surface, alarms screaming. When they burst back into the daylight, the world felt altered, unchanged, yet irrevocably different. Back on the base, the aftermath was chaos. Reports of missing personnel, strange phenomena around the site, and a government scramble to contain information flooded in. Alex knew this was only the beginning. The hole beneath Ellensburg wasn't just a geological curiosity or conspiracy myth. It was a gateway, and it was still open. The aftermath of the failed descent hit Site Echo like a tidal wave. Communications were fragmented, systems unstable. Team members exhibited strange symptoms: sleepwalking, sudden aggression, and disturbing hallucinations. Agent Alex Mercer found himself pacing the sterile corridors, haunted by the images that had flooded his mind during the dive. The alien symbols, the cosmic warnings, they clung to him like a shadow he couldn't shake. Dr. Naomi Chen convened an emergency meeting with the top brass. The hole is not just a physical anomaly. It's an active intelligence, or something akin to it. It's aware of us. Captain Marcus Reyes leaned forward, aware and hostile. Meanwhile, leaked fragments of Mel Waters' original calls had begun to circulate online, sparking a frenzy among conspiracy theorists. The government scrambled to discredit the leaks, labeling them as fabrications or psychological delusions. But for Alex, the evidence was undeniable. As more strange phenomena plagued the base, equipment failures, unexplained disappearances, Alex and Naomi pushed to deepen their research, desperate to understand how to contain or neutralize the abyss's influence. One night, Alex received a cryptic message on a secure channel, seemingly from an unknown insider. "They've been here before. The hole is a warning. Listen to Mel." Driven by desperation, Alex revisited the archived recordings of Mel's calls to Art Bell. He heard Mel describe encounters with shadowy government agents, attempts to seal the hole, and warnings ignored. Mel's hole wasn't just a curiosity. It was a Pandora's box humanity had cracked open decades ago. The psychological toll intensified. Some team members began showing symptoms resembling psychosis. Others reported hearing voices calling them into the abyss. Alex struggled to hold his own sanity as dreams bled into reality. Visions of ancient civilizations consumed by the abyss, their final messages etched in alien glyphs. A faction within the base advocated for extreme measures: nuclear demolition, permanent quarantine, even abandonment of the site. But Alex and Naomi argued for understanding first. "If we destroy it without knowing what it is, we risk triggering something worse," Naomi warned. Tensions escalated. The political stakes were high. Private contractors and shadow agencies circled, eager to claim control over the site and its secrets. Then came the breaking point. During a routine scan, sensors detected a sudden spike in energy output. The hole pulsed, resonating like a heartbeat. A breach had begun. The facility went into lockdown. Alarms blared as containment fields flickered. Shadows moved where no light reached. Alex, Naomi, and Marcus raced to the command center. The hole's influence was spreading beyond the physical boundary, infecting minds, machines, reality itself. The abyss was awakening fully. Alex made a decision. They had to enter the hole one final time, to confront the source and seal it, if they could. As the capsule prepared for descent, Alex felt the weight of the mission pressing down like the dark waters below. This was no longer just survival. It was a battle for the fate of humanity. The descent into the abyss was nothing like before. The capsule's hull creaked under immense pressure as it plunged into the black void. Outside, the bioluminescent structures flickered with a hypnotic glow, their rhythmic pulses synchronized with an unseen heartbeat. Inside, Alex gripped the controls, his mind sharp despite the growing sense of unease. Beside him, Dr. Naomi Chen monitored the fluctuating energy fields, her eyes reflecting both fear and determination. "This place, it's alive," Naomi whispered. "Or something is alive here." Suddenly, the voice returned. Not just whispers, but a chorus of voices layered in alien tongues and human echoes. They spoke of cycles, of imprisonment and freedom, of cosmic balance disrupted. The capsule passed through a massive biomechanical gate, revealing a vast chamber at the abyss's core. In its center, an immense organic structure floated suspended, a monstrous pulsing entity, half machine, half living organism. Alex's mind reeled. This was the source, the ancient intelligence the whole was containing. The voices converged into a single thought, penetrating Alex's consciousness. You seek to bind what was never meant to be bound. Freedom comes with a price. Alex fought to resist the mental intrusion, recalling Mel Waters' warnings. This was not just a prison, but a warning to keep something locked away. Naomi's voice crackled through his comms. "We need to deploy the seal device. It's the only way." Alex initiated the sequence. The capsule's systems unleashed a cascade of electromagnetic pulses designed to stabilize the space-time distortions and reinforce the containment field. But the entity fought back. The chamber trembled as waves of energy surged, threatening to tear the capsule apart. Visions assaulted Alex. Worlds consumed by darkness, civilizations swallowed whole, and echoes of despair screaming through time. He felt the abyss clawing at his mind, promising oblivion, offering escape from reality's chains. With sheer will, Alex completed the seal activation. The entity's pulsing slowed, the chamber stabilizing. The voice faded, replaced by silence. The capsule began its ascent, the crushing pressure lifting as they approached the surface. Back at Side Echo, alarms ceased. The strange phenomena began to recede. Alex collapsed, exhausted but alive. Yet, in the quiet aftermath, a question lingered. Had they truly sealed the abyss, or merely delayed the inevitable? The capsule broke the surface with a shudder, greeted by the cold dawn light filtering through the dense forest canopy. Alex staggered out, eyes scanning the quiet Side Echo, now eerily calm. Dr. Naomi Chen met him at the landing pad, her face pale but resolute. The seal held, for now. But the hull, it's not gone. It's dormant. Alex nodded. We delayed something much bigger than us. The base's remaining personnel were shaken, but intact. The government moved swiftly to impose a media blackout, designating the area a restricted zone and erasing all public records of the project. But rumors already leaked. In quiet corners of the internet, conspiracy forums buzzed with speculation, analyzing fragments of Mel Waters' original Coast to Coast AM and Art Bell interviews. The old recordings gained new meaning. Warnings from a man who had stumbled upon a cosmic secret too vast to comprehend. Alex returned home under surveillance, haunted by visions that refused to fade. At night, he heard the whispers, soft, beckoning. The abyss had imprinted itself on his mind. One evening, a familiar voice crackled over a secure line, an encrypted message from an unknown source. "You did well, but the cycle is not over. The hole calls again." Alex understood then. The abyss was a part of a larger cosmic web, a warning beacon spanning galaxies and epochs. Humanity was not alone, and some doors were never meant to be opened. He resolved to keep watch, to prepare for when the hole would awaken again. As for Mel Waters, his fate remained a mystery. Some believed he disappeared into the abyss, claimed by the very secret he sought to expose. Others thought he had been silenced. But his voice lived on, carried in the static of late-night radio waves, echoing warnings to those willing to listen. The hole beneath Ellensburg remained, a dark wound in the earth, a silent sentinel of an ancient cosmic horror. And the signal beneath the silence was clear: beware the abyss.